It's kind of like what we want to say now, right? I guess we can flip this into this negative experience. We're gonna flip into a positive one, right? It's gonna
Yeah,
showcase our resilience, right, and our
definitely.
adaptability, our ability to be able to pivot, improvise, create still an engaging episode, and try to get the last file message out there. Which
Yeah.
is throughout the journey of having to take a risk, taking your last flight out, there's going to be some turbulence along the way.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that the plane's going to come crashing down, but there's going to be some turbulence around the way. And you just have to kind of trust the process, right? Like we had to go ahead and be like, okay, the show notes, what are we going to talk about? How can we flip this?
Yeah.
And no time did me and Mike ever say, oh, we're going to stop the podcast, feeling
No,
bad
it was
about
like,
ourselves.
all right, what's next?
What's next, right?
Get out the episode docs and let's draw some up.
Yeah, let's draw something up. So
Yeah.
look, this is just a message to be resilient. A message to be adaptable, and a message to be able to two-step,
pivot,
right? You
yeah.
gotta be able to pivot. So look at this stage, it's about, I mean, it really challenges your creative mind, right? Because you have to
Definitely.
go ahead and be like, if you're sort of like too stringent and not adaptable, I don't know how most people can react to this, right? It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, you're a ball player. You know, sometimes you may come in with a game plan, and if another player on the other side is out, not playing, you kind of have to pivot your game plan a little bit, right? Because your
Exactly.
game plan going into the, watching all the film, watching all the tape, you have to kind of do things on the fly a lot of the times
Yeah.
here.
And then honestly, this just is a testament to just to me and you, where we are the creators. We make this show popping or what it is, or we make the show as we're building it.
Yeah.
You know, we want people to come for us.
Yeah,
So any guests that we have, that's just extra on top.
Telling me you don't want them to come for the toys? You don't want them to come for the two great guests that we have today? I'm sorry, guys. My fault. How do you guys feel about this?
Like-
You guys good?
Shout out to what is it, Rello and Cause.
And Cause. Shout out to them, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
I was gonna say though, one thing I feel like with the guests that we had, which was successful, I feel like we always had like kind of a pre-meeting, pre-talk.
Yeah.
Went out with them, and then everything went smoothly. I feel like the cold turkey ones, where we just expect them to show up, those are the ones that have been flaky.
Okay, yeah, but
And we can't always get a pre-meet, but
yeah, we
at
can
least
always
a pre-call.
get a pre-call, something to introduce the show real quick, even 10, 15 minutes to sort of
Yeah.
introduce ourselves face to face, so there's sort of that familiarity. But man, has this season been off to a rocky start? You know what I mean? Like I don't know what the basketball or like the sports reference is. It's almost like an NFL starting 0-2 or maybe on a 5-game losing streak to start off the episode. But we're gonna rip off 10 in a row.
We're about to,
We're gonna rip off
it's
10
like
in a row.
we're right on that cusp of like anything can happen. And we're swaying back and forth. We're
Yeah.
toting the line right now.
And at the same time, kind of echoing what you said, right? At the end of the day, we make the show, right?
Yeah.
Our guests emphasize and they help highlight our show, but at the end of the day, people want to come in to see what Mike and Jay think about things, right? Well, how we stand on things, how we facilitate a conversation, what we're extracting from the individual, how we're getting those relatable messages that we can get out to our audiences. So I don't want to turn into like, yes, there's going to be an element of guests and interviewing here, but at the end of the day, this is a Mike and Jay show. This is not the guest show or the way
exactly.
that the guest is going to make our show or not. We're more than happy with having a great name here and a big name here, and we're more than confident that we will one day. But at the end of the day, we have to prove ourselves, right?
Exactly.
Like you said, didn't you mention in the pre-production meeting that Gary Vee and other podcasting creators, when they're talking about people not responding to them, when they were starting their careers, they took it personally.
Yeah.
But now that they're in their positions, they're like, hold on.
They
Like
understand.
I did 40 years of this. I put 20 years in the game. We did 4 months of this. We
Yeah,
got
exactly.
a very, very long time before we even get to a place that's remotely close to be able to be like, man, we need to think about this proposal real quick. Or
Yeah.
maybe like, look,
we even prioritize who we're responding to.
who we're responding to. But what I will commit to is we will respond to everyone, even if it's a no. Like
I hope we could play this back, or someone doesn't play this back on us and like, you guys are full of Hollywood. You guys are Hollywood
the
now.
guy's a Hollywood show. Mike is gonna have the Cartier stunner shades. He's gonna be like, "Nah, I switched up."
No,
Like,
I'm always trying to keep it humble. I'm gonna try to respond to everyone, or at least, definitely I always want to give people a shot and a chance if I see the grind is there.
yeah, no, you have to. I guess you have to commit. I guess
Yeah,
this is
we gonna remember these days. You're gonna be like,
Ooh.
it was like us.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I remember these days. I'm gonna remember these days. You drove a whole long way to get here from Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
I got up early this morning, studying the notes and having to pivot. I was like, oh man, this is not great.
yeah, we're locked in.